Hi everybody, I'm Patrick.
And I'm Michael, and you're watching another episode of Star Wars News and Views. Today we're going to be discussing further developments of a big story that you, I'm sure, all know from the other month in June. Harrison Ford broke his leg doing a stunt on the set of Episode 7. And there was a lot of discussion of like, how is that going to impact the production? Like, he's a major player in the movie, I'm sure, and he's like 71 years old. It's like grandpa breaks his leg. That's pretty bad, right? Yeah. And so he's going to be out of commission for a while. And there was discussion about what does that mean. So number one, Disney said they're not delaying the release date. They're not pushing it back, which I'm not sure if that's a great idea, but that's the way they're doing it. Yeah. But what they are doing is they're taking a 2-week break in filming, and Harrison Ford's going to heal up, and hopefully he'll come back. And at the same time they made that announcement.
Well, they announced 2 more characters played by Crystal Clark and Pip Anderson. They added them into the movie at this time, so there's speculation whether or not they're going to be rewriting some of the scenes that Harrison Ford was in and introducing these new 2 characters to fill in for some of the role that he might have been playing because of the delay. Yeah, we don't really know exactly what that might lead to with these 2 new characters, but...
yeah, well, it makes you wonder, like, discussion about, like, how big was Harrison Ford in this movie?
Yeah.
And maybe he's just a minor player and it's no big deal. But, like, one of the rumors floating around from a couple weeks ago was that, you know, when this first happened and people were discussing it, is that he's actually, like, if there is one lead character, it's him.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Yeah.
But also really bad that the main character's been taken out of commission.
Yeah, especially with the tight release date now. There's not really a lot of time left. They're like, you know, they're not pushing anything back, so gives them less time.
Yeah, he's going to have to really like double time it with his comeback.
Yeah.
The whole idea of like Harrison Ford as like the star character to me is kind of weird because, like, if anyone in the original trilogy was Luke.
Yeah.
But what's happened since the original trilogy came out is that Harrison Ford himself became a movie star, and there's no movie star names in the cast.
Yeah, so they'd be like, you know, starring Harrison Ford at the top is like their big player to go with, and then also director of Star Trek, J.J. Abrams.
Yeah, like there's no name you can put up, but like Harrison Ford really doesn't do small roles. Like when he's in a movie, it's his movie.
Yeah, he's a big player in all of them, Cowboys vs. Aliens, and
even though that didn't do well, but like you know, he was like or at least a co-star. It was like Daniel Craig and him.
Yeah.
So maybe that explains why his contract negotiation was taking so long.
Yeah, that's true. But anyways, that's all we have time for today, everybody. Tune in next episode.